Good morning from the outskirts of Philadelphia. We're stopping at a farmer's market to get some breakfast. It's gonna be a great day. We got her pancake and her omelet. I got my burrito. One hell of a burrito. The breakfast burrito, mediocre, but we got pretzels on the way out and I'm having a really hard time taking a video. They were $3. The breakfast burrito and pancake was like 30. And these are amazing. We should have got like 5 of these for breakfast.
That's cool.
The third position, however, remains very
I know where these cars used to drive around at. It's in our backyard. Some of the old Brooklyn's race cars. This museum is themed around old race cars throughout the time. Old Nürburgring cars. BMW 328. And my personal favorite, the old SL500. SL300. SL500. 300 SL. Oh my gosh. Struggling. I've got modern SLs on the mind, I guess. Fiat 600. I know the pain of one of these all too well, except ours is a 500. That's one hell of a back seat to ride in. Dang. So we're in the teens and then the 20s, 30s, 40s. It's very cool. It's very cool. I thought the seat in the other one was crazy. That's crazy. Imagine driving. I think they said this one. How fast does this one go? Hang on. They said it does 80. Imagine sitting there at 80 miles per hour. That would be terrifying. Who would want to do that? I guess that's a great way to scare your friends. No, guys, I'm not going to go that fast. And then you proceed to rip 80 down a dirt road. The headlights on this guy are insane looking. Who'd have known that we had cool headlight design in the 20s? Another 300 SL. Look, I said the name right this time. I swear I know what I'm talking about. Such cool cars. Actually, we might be able to take a peek at the interior of this one because we can get that angle. So you can see the fall down steering wheel. So it would tilt forward like this. So you can get in. And it's made out of real ivory. Fun fact. All the old Sebring cars. And then down there we've got the Le Mans cars. They have a little art gallery upstairs. All these paintings. Which they look very different in camera than they do in person. The museum was great. I would 10 out of 10 recommend. After a little drive, like 10 minutes, we're at the Gloria de Old Swedes Church. It's a national park site. I know nothing about it, so it should be interesting. I'm trying to roll my window up. And it's not. There it goes. Ah, it keeps not working. Okay, hang on. I found a sign. Gotta put your dogs on a leash. Did you bring my leash? The Swedish flag. A little bit more backstory. It was built in 1698 through 1700. It was a Lutheran church for the first 150 years of its life. It became a national park in 1942. And you can, in fact, have a wedding here if you'd like. Maybe the oldest headstone we find, 1721. There's 1721 behind as well. There was an older one right here. 1708. Some Revolutionary War officers' graves, which is pretty cool. We found the most current one, and there might be one that's newer, but this one's from 2014. Mr. James McDermott. Yeah, corrected, 2017. There's 901 graves. Oh, 2019. 901 graves throughout here. And my mom to go for a walk to a historic site that may or may not be open. Wish me luck, everybody. It's about 1 mile away. We just parked. $41 to park. Crazy. But that was all we could find. So, good check. There's no website or phone number on their website or anything listed, so. And they're only open on Saturdays and Sundays normally. It is a Saturday, and we're in the time frame. So hopefully it's open? I don't know. This mountain. Flashback from Australia. I wonder if it's going to be open. I'm seeing it here live. No, he seems like a cool guy. I don't know if this counts as a visit because I didn't get to go in. I think I'm going to write it down as I visited, but I'll come back the next time I'm in Philadelphia. It's very sad that the government's closed and ruining all of my fun. Leaving there, I'm going to go walk over to the City Hall because that looks pretty cool. And that's about all I have time to do today because we're going to a wedding. If we weren't going to a wedding, I probably would have went to the Revolutionary War Museum thing, but I just don't have enough time. Take a little detour because I saw I was going to be close to Independence Hall in the National Park, and guess what? Thanks, government shutdown. So it looks like we won't be doing this on our trip, which really blows because I was very excited to visit Independence Hall, but not this. Over to the City Hall building. It's pretty cool looking. I like the old buildings with the new buildings off in the background. Let's see if I can go into this church. So it turns out that's a Freemason temple. I took the tour, and you're not allowed to take pictures inside, so, or sorry, videos. I got plenty of pictures. Here they are. Walking through the City Hall building. Apparently there's like a tunnel underneath that you can cut through, which is kind of cool. I like the architecture here. It's nice. I wonder what this house is. Hello, welcome to a brand new day. I forgot to take any videos at all. We are in Valley Forge, and we're inside of one of the old cabins that they built. If you don't know what Valley Forge is, it's okay. We didn't really know what it was either. It's the spot where Washington decided to make a big encampment during the Revolutionary War during the winter of 1777. I'll tell you more when we know more.
I don't know they lost the rest of them.
This is inside of one of the officers' cabins. So it was 2 men for an officer's cabin, or 12 if you were an enlisted men. They built 2,000 of these cabins. Here's a good view of the 12. Just packed in here like sardines. Honestly, that kind of sounds like living the life. It'd be so nice and toasty in here. You wouldn't even have to get that much firewood. There's an Arch of Remembrance. It's Roman inspired. And at the top it says, "Naked and starving as they are, we cannot enough admire the incomparable patience and fidelity of the soldiery." The Freemasons are back. This is Wayne. He's from Waynesboro. He was a very hot-headed man, and they had to calm him down all the time, but he was a good soldier. That's from 1865. There was a forge in this valley. That's why it's called Valley Forge. It was an iron forge. There's a bathroom, and it's locked, and we both have to pee. We're on our way down to Washington's headquarters and the little village that surrounded it. He rented a privately owned stone house to use as his headquarters, and then they found it a bit cramped, so they built a little wooden annex off to the side. I'm not sure if that's still there. I'm not sure if that's the bathroom. Kind of feels like it. There's a railroad track next to the house, which is interesting. Don't think that was there back then. But we'll see. Just kidding. I was super wrong. That's the train station. That's the headquarters. Down at the train station. There's some stuff in here. Can't go in, of course, because government's shut down, which is great. It would be open. There it is. The George Washington headquarters during the Revolutionary War. The so-called Pentagon of the Revolutionary War. And I wish I could show you what it looked like inside. But unfortunately, the government shut down. So, thanks, Democrats, for that. Really appreciate it. We'll still be in the area. I guess if it opens up on Monday, we could probably run back down here and check it out. But they got a statue of a guy. The sun's in the background, so it's kind of hard to make out any details, but it's George Washington, the man whose doctor killed him by taking too much of his blood out using leeches. The more you know. And the guy who cared so much about dentistry that he brushed his teeth with metamorphic rock, causing all of the enamel to strip off and rot his teeth, therefore causing him to have dentures. Guy was basically in extreme dental pain his entire life because he cared so much about preserving his teeth. The definition of irony. This is where George Washington's guards lived. They were effectively the Secret Service, but it was more of a military regimen than an actual formal Secret Service type of thing. Similar cabins to what we saw everywhere else. But we're gonna take a peek inside and see what we find. Looks like they're all just the same standard bunk beds. 12 men in a room, just hanging out. You'd think you'd maybe take one or two of the guys out of there, make it a little bit more comfortable for, the guys who were protecting the... Well, I guess he wasn't president at the time, but the commander of the military. Over there is a little artillery encampment with a ton of cannons. We would walk over there and look at it, but we both have to pee incredibly badly, and every freaking bathroom in the park is locked because the government hates us and is ruining our lives. This is von Steuben. He showed up here, found the troops just in a complete disarray, talked to Washington, and said, hey, I'm gonna whip these guys into shape. And Washington said, alrighty. And it's probably one of the most important things during that winter that helped us create a good military to fight the British. We left Valley Forge, tried desperately to get to a gas station to go pee, ended up at a Home Depot because it made sense, and now we're back downtown, gonna go do some downtown stuff. We hit the Wawa on our walk. She got a thing going. On our walk there was a building called Carpenter's Hall. It's actually open. It's run by it's part of the National Park, but it's still run by the Carpenters Group, Carpenters Company, that's it. So, neat. Here's the outside of the Carpenter's Hall. It's pretty neat. Okay. And just a short walk later, we're at the Museum of the American Revolution. We're in the museum now. Apparently, you get in for free if you have a Bank of America credit card, which thankfully I do. And they have a movie, so we're gonna go do that.
At the commencement of the war between you and the French, you asked for our assistance. You told us often that if we took up the hatchet against the French, that you would move them off our lands.
I've been there. Test Boston Massacre. We're on the quest to get some Philly cheesesteaks. Neither one of us is hungry because we've eaten a lot of food today, but we're gonna go get one anyway because we're leaving tomorrow. So, you gotta do it. And we haven't done it yet. All right, take two. We needed to get cash. So we ran to the grocery store, got some water, got some cash back. I had cash this morning and I gave it all away. It was very annoying. I could have used Venmo. Well, it took a while, but we got it. We got the Philly cheesesteak. It's almost dark now. You excited? Our review. We were both expecting something like that would blow us away and that would be amazing. And I don't know. It was just kind of bland. Like, it tasted like any other Philly cheesesteak. The best Philly cheesesteak is the chili cheesesteak from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Here's where I got it from. Here's what it looks like. Hell yeah. Go there and get that. Don't go to Philadelphia. New Mexico. Put green chilies on everything, damn it. That's the answer to the steak question. A lot of people tell you it's Christmas. It's not. It's great. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We just got a Wawa breakfast. We filled up the car with gas, which is his Wawa breakfast, and we're on our way to Carlisle, Pennsylvania to go learn about some stuff that may or may not be open. We have just arrived at the Carlisle Army Barracks, but this is the site of the Carlisle Indian Boarding School National Monument. It's really confusing because it's actually an active military base, so you gotta go get like special passes and stuff to actually go visit, but apparently it's open, so that's cool. So let's go on an adventure. Just kidding, it's closed until October 15th, and nothing about that on their website. Very cool. After some deliberation, we're going back to Gettysburg. So you probably have already seen what happens next, but whoa, Back to the Future.